Solar for beginners. Hey everyone, John here from My Solar Home. If you've ever looked at a house with solar panels and thought, that looks great, but I have absolutely no idea how any of that actually works, then you're in the right place. Today I'm breaking down solar power for complete beginners in simple, everyday language. By the end of this video, you'll understand how solar panels turn sunlight into electricity, what components and equipment you actually need, what it really costs, how much people really save, and whether batteries are worth the investment. And most importantly, whether solar makes sense for your home. No hype, no tech overload, just straight talk from somebody who's helped hundreds of homeowners make this decision. Let's get into it. So let's start with the basics. How does solar actually work? Now, when sunlight hits the solar panel, something pretty incredible happens. Inside each panel are these tiny silicon cells. And when sunlight hits those cells, electrons start moving around. Moving electrons equals electricity. Isn't that simple? The electricity flows through wires down to a device called an inverter. And then this is where the magic happens. Think of the inverter as a translator. Solar panels produce what's called DC power, direct current, but your home runs on AC power, alternating current. The inverter converts that DC to AC, so your fridge, your lights, your air conditioning, everything works exactly like it always has. Now, from there, the electricity goes straight into your main electrical panel. And here's the cool part. Your home automatically uses solar power first. If your solar system is making more power than you need at that moment, that extra solar energy gets sent back to the grid. And depending on your state, you often receive credits on your electric bill. That's called net metering. And we'll talk more about that in just a minute. Now, when the sun goes down, the house simply uses power from the grid like it always did, unless you have a battery, which we'll definitely cover. So that's the entire basic flow. Sunlight hits the panels send power to the inverter converts it to usable electricity, your home uses it, and any extra goes to the grid. Pretty straightforward, right? Now let's break down what actually makes up a solar system. First, you've got the solar panels themselves. They sit on your roof and capture sunlight. And when you're looking at your panels, you want to pay attention to three main things. Efficiency, which tells you how much sunlight gets converted to electricity. Warranty, ideally 25 years, and real world reputation, not just flashy marketing numbers. Next is the inverter. And there are actually three main types you should know about. String inverters are the most affordable option. But here's the catch. If shade hits one panel, it can affect the performance of the whole string of panels. Then you've got the optimized systems where each panel has an optimizer attached, which improves overall efficiency. And finally, you have microinverters where each panel has its own little inverter. These are great if you have shading issues and they let you track each panel's performance individually. You've also got racking, which is the hardware that attaches panels safely to your roof. Done right, no leaks. Done wrong, you got problems down the road. This is honestly why installer quality matters way more than panel brand. And most systems these days come with monitoring, which means you can track your solar production right on your phone. You'll be able to see how much your system is generating, even hour by hour, which is actually pretty addicting to watch. And then there's batteries, which are usually optional. Batteries store extra solar energy so you can use it during outages, at night, or when electricity rates are spiking. We're going to dive into whether you actually need one in just a bit. All right, here's the part that everyone really wants to know. How much does solar actually cost? Now, solar pricing depends on a few things. The size of your home, the size of your system, the roof type, your state incentives, and whether you're adding a battery. But in general, most homeowners end up spending somewhere between $15,000 to $30,000 after incentives for a typical residential system. Now, before you think that sounds expensive, remember this. You're already paying for electricity every single month. The difference is with solar, you're investing in something that eventually pays you back. Most homeowners see lower monthly bills immediately, and full payback usually happens in around 8 to 12 years, depending on your utility rates. Some states also offer extra rebates or bill credits called SRECs, solar renewable energy credits. So solar isn't just about going green. It's really about locking in your own energy price instead of renting electricity forever. Now let's talk about batteries because this is a question I get all the time too. Batteries come in different sizes, but the main reason people add them are for backup power during outages. Also, energy independence so that you're relying less on the grid. And in some states, participations in VPP programs where utilities actually pay you to share part of their stored power. Think of it this way: if the power goes out right now at your house, the lights go out, the food in the fridge starts warming up, and everything stops. With a battery system, your home automatically switches over and keeps essential circuits running like your Wi Fi, refrigerator, medical devices, sump pumps, and more. So, do you need a battery? Here's a simple way to think about it. If outages are rare where you live, it's optional. If outages happen often, a battery can feel like an absolute lifesaver. And if you just want peace of mind, many people consider that worth it. Now, what if your roof isn't perfect? Not every roof is ideal, and that's totally okay. Solar works best when panels face south, west, or east. And there's minimal shading from trees, chimneys, or nearby buildings. And the roof is in good condition. If your roof needs replacing in the next 3 to 5 years, do the roof first, then add solar. It's often cheaper to bundle the work together anyway. Now, if your roof just isn't suitable at all, you might still have options like ground mounted systems or community solar programs. So don't just assume you're disqualified just because your roof is different. Let's talk savings because this is where things get really interesting. How much can you really save with solar? That depends on your electric rates and your system size, but most homeowners see tens of thousands of dollars in lifetime savings. Here's a simple way to think about it: your utility bill is like paying rent forever. Solar is like owning your own power plant. Electric rates go up over time, solar payments eventually go away. That's the big difference. Let me bust some small myths real quick. Myth number one: solar only works in sunny states. No, solar works everywhere there is daylight. Even cloudy states like New Jersey, Massachusetts have huge solar markets. Myth number two: solar ruins your roof. Actually, when installed properly, solar can protect the part of the roof and extend its life. Myth number three: solar is only for rich people. Many people pay less monthly for solar than what they were already paying for electricity. Myth number four: I'll be off grid automatically. No, most systems stay connected to the grid unless you specifically use batteries and design for off grid living. So, is solar right for you? Here's who usually benefits the most: homeowners with decent credit, people who stay in their home for at least 5 years or more, and folks with rising electric bills. Also, anyone who values backup power and independence. If that sounds like you, solar is absolutely worth considering. Hey, if you found this helpful, hit the like button so more people can find it and subscribe. And if you like more videos like this one, if you want to take the next step, I put together a free checklist called Before You Go Solar: 9 Questions to Ask Every Installer. It'll help you avoid bad contracts, overpriced quotes, and low quality systems. You'll find the link below in the description. Thanks for watching. I'm John from My Solar Home, and see you in the next video.